Hello, today we are going to talk about ktcreator 9 beta. This is the blog post from October the 12th. There's a changelog. So this was one of the things that I have looked for, ktcreator. I'm not sure if it was available or not previously. So to see if there's a tab or a 4 spaces at the beginning of the source code line as indentation. Okay. So the changelog is available in ktcreator main menu help changelog. So visualizing indentation. This would be nice if it really works. So Qt heavily uses both code generation, so MOC, UIC, and C macros. So after the ACPP file is when you start to compile a CPP file, the first thing that the compiler does, it runs the preprocessor, the C++ preprocessor on top of it. So it takes the contents of all of the include.h files and it pastes it inside of the content of the CPP file. It replaces all of the if-defs and defines and everything. So it creates a new CPP file, and then that CPP file, which is preprocessed source, that thing is actually the C++ translation unit that's compiled to generate an O file, and then that list of O files is linked together to generate a dynamic library, so a .so file or a executable binary. Okay, so download it and see. It says get ktcreator 9 beta. The open source is available on the Qt download page under pre-releases. Yes, give me that. So under pre-releases, this thing, beta here, ktcreator, open source, binary, Linux. Let's save it to this directory, save. So it's 184 megabytes. It finished downloading. Let's look at the file f3 in Crusader. So the first 3 bytes in there are ELF, so it's an L file, which is a binary file. So in order to run it, we need to make it executable, and this thing is a UI, if I remember correctly, executable. Not sure if it takes command line parameters. So let's just run it. Okay. So it says I don't have a Qt account settings file, so I need to log in. Okay, log in to Qt account, email, password. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I have put my user account for the qt.io, the website of the Qt toolkit. Choose the right license for my project. GPL is okay, LGPL is okay. I have read and I agree. I'm an individual and I do not use Qt for any company. Right, next. Next. Please specify the directory where qtcreator beta will be installed. So, if it's an installer that wants a directory which has the name of that application, then it's going to have it's going to be similar to /opt. If it wants something similar to /usr or to /usr/local, then I would give it either /usr/local or my home directory .local, so tilde/.local. But since this is similar to /opt, I'm going to give it either /opt /qtcreator 9 beta or tilde/.opt, like this. Okay, what do you do? Developer and designer tools, qtcreator, headers and libs required to develop additional plugins. I don't want to develop additional plugins. Next. Says GPL 3 with GPL exception license agreement. Qt installer LGPL license agreement. I have read and I agree. Next. Installation will take 0.5 GB of space. Yes. Okay, so it says installation finished, all components installed. Next. Don't launch anything. Finish. Okay. So it's in .opt, qtcreator, and then there's the bin directory and two possible entry points, qtcreator.sh and qtcreator with no extension. So qtcreator is the L file, so it's a Linux binary, whereas the sh file tries to do some smarts and then launch the executable, which is this guy. Use this script if you add paths to LD library path that contain libraries that conflict with the libraries that qtcreator depends on. So I'm not editing any environment variable. I'm using kdesrc-build, but I'm not editing environment variables for the entire system or for my user, but just in a console tab I might set some environment variables, but not globally. So it's kind of the same thing if I start it from qtcreator.sh or from qtcreator. Okay. Here it is. So it says, would you like to take a quick UI tour? Yes. This is the mode selector. Okay, kit selector, yes. Run button, debug button, build button, yes. Locator, C to jump to the class definition, C space and then something, F space and then something to open a file. Output, issues, compilation output, test results, progress indicator, escape to editor. Pressing the escape key brings you back to the editor. Pressing escape multiple times will hide context help output, giving the editor more space. At the end. Great. Link with the Qt installation to automatically register Qt versions and kits. No. Okay, so what will we do next? So I have built some KDE games. Let's open one in qtcreator and see what we can do here. Okay, so lsk8a, Lieutenant Scat, file, open file or project, Ctrl-V, cmake, where are you? Oh, what's this? Manage kits. All sorts of temporaries. Build as debug, build as release. Ninja. I don't know what these are. So I'm going to delete all of these. Hopefully I'm not doing something wrong. So I'm just keeping desktop default. Okay. And then import existing build. Ctrl-V, replace src with build. Choose. Okay. So the output of cmake configure is successful, generating make files correctly. Debug to build configuration, correct. It's using the correct KDE frameworks version 5 libraries from ~/kd/usr. Everything looks okay. And then at the step run, in here in this tab run, I can select the entry point that will be run, which is just the GUI application itself, lsk8a. Okay, let me build. The kit selector says lsk8, the correct Qt, the correct cmake build configuration, the correct executable to run. Okay. Where is the compiler output? Successful. Let's run the executable. No theme list found. Okay, let's pick one which doesn't depend on a ton of frameworks and environment variables. Key bounds, this thing. File, close all. File, open file or project, Ctrl-V, cmake this. Boom. Keeps adding these things. Import existing build, Ctrl V, build, run, kbounce, edit, semi-configure, make build, run. I can start any application. Just a second. Okay, so I've opened the game bovo. I ran semi-configure, make build, run, works, kind of. Doesn't show the UI. So the main content of the application is missing. Okay, so let's see some things. Edit, bovo. This is the CMake view of the KD Git repository. This is the file system view of the directory structure. Let's go back to project view. Okay, what's the entry point to bovo? Source files, GUI, main.cc. Yeah, applications usually start with about data and command line parser. So let's put a breakpoint in here. Okay, and that localized string set application domain bovo. Start debugger. Yay! So the debugger stopped at line 39 where I had the first breakpoint. Let's go F11 into set attribute. So this is Qt and CPP file source code because I built Qt 5 using kdesrc-build. I have no clue where I am. QGUI application set attribute, which in fact is qcore application dot set attribute. Okay, the constructor of Q application F11. Again in Q application.cpp. The constructor of QGUI application. The init method of QApplicationPrivate. So most KD and Qt classes have a sibling class which has the same name. So QApplication has a sibling called QApplicationPrivate, but with private suffix. So QApplication and QApplicationPrivate, two siblings, which are used for ABI compatibility. So risky member variables that could break the API compatibility are moved from QApplication to QApplicationPrivate. If if I go to the definition of qapplication private, it has some member variables. I don't know, more than 20. Whereas qapplication, where is qapplication? Let's go to file system. So the qapplication private is in a separate file, qapplication_p.h, not in qapplication.h. So let's go to the sibling class of qapplication private, which is qapplication, and see how many data member variables does it have. So qapplication, the definition of the class. Has 0 member variables from what I see. Disable copy class. Okay, how does the where are we? How can we see the white space? Visualize white space. So from the qtcreator main menu, edit, advanced, visualize white space. Okay, so spaces are shown with dots. But it doesn't remember the setting. So the setting is per file, which is not okay. Where are the preferences? Display, visualize white space. So preferences, search for space, text editor, the display tab, then display group box, then visualize white space. Okay. Great. How do we see the source code after the C++ preprocessor? Where is that? Show preprocessed source. So we need to find a translation unit such as main.cc, and we have a macro here. Where are you? the bovo version string, which is what? Which is the string 22.11.70 plus a ton of includes, so this line should be replaced with the content of this file, so with this content. And then this line should be replaced with this content. And then this line should be replaced with this content. So let's see how it really works. To C++ show preprocessed source. Not what I expected. So it did expand the version to the correct string literal. Main underscore preprocessed.cc. So it did replace this thing, but I don't see the replacements in here. Tools, debug, qtcreator, inspect C++ code model for the parameters used. And why doesn't it line wrap? Enable text wrapping. Okay, I don't want to have the possibility to scroll left and right. So up and down is enough for me. I don't want a left and right scroll bar like this one. Okay. So it totally ignores this part. It keeps the comments. Then it jumps to after the includes. And then this comment, this thing should disappear, and these two things should disappear, so they did. Empty line, then application up, argc argv, correct. Then this line, correct. Okay, about data, this thing is unchanged, qstring literal, and then this thing is replaced with the literal string from the h file where it's defined in bovo underscore version.h, and with comments around where did this literal string come from. So it says expansion begin and then expansion end. So after that it continues with this parenthesis in here. Okay, this is an enum. No other things to expand, no other C or C++ macros. What about a qlatin1 string? Main window.cc. Let's go there. Control W. Let's stop the debugger. Escape. Escape. And the main window.cc. To C++ should be processed in next split. Okay, let's find the qlatin1. Auto base. FM bounding rect. So qlatin1 is a struct. Then which one was a define, a C macro? And the template and everything. Listing is a macro that then becomes a lambda, etc. C++. Okay, let's go there. Tools, C++, open preprocessors in next split. Add this thing. I'm not sure what this preprocessor does, but it doesn't do enough. It doesn't do all of the things that I thought it did. It expands qfatal. Define qfatal something. It expands q to message log file. Static cast const char pointer. It expands underscore file underscore. There's a ton of things, but why doesn't it want to expand string literal? Is this enabled or what? String literal, where are you? Find next, find previous, nothing. So tools, debug, qtcreator, inspect. Yeah, let's see that. Inspect C++ code model. What's this? For the parameter is used to what? I'm not sure what I'm looking at. C++ code model inspector. I don't know. And then it says, adapt the respective setting in edit preferences C++ code model to invoke the actual compiler instead. What are you saying? Edit preferences C++ code model. To invoke the actual compiler instead. Edit preferences C++ code model to invoke the actual compiler instead. Not sure what this thing does. Oh, let's do that. Okay, Control W. Now to C++ open correspond. No, where are you? Show preprocessed source in XSplit. This thing. Let's see what it does. So this is a comment. I want it disappeared. Okay, then comment disappeared. I don't see it anywhere. Then it says AI factory.h, which is what? QObject. Okay, so it's QObject in here, QObject H, and then QObject devs H, yes, yes. And then QObject devs H. Right. And then where does it start? Okay, okay, it looks kind of okay-ish. Now back to where we were. So AI factory.cc and MAI list append. Control C, Control F. Okay, and this is it. This is what I expected. So all of the hash include to be replaced with the actual content of the H file, and then all of the C macros to be replaced with the correct things. So qstring literal is actually a C macro, which takes a parameter, which is the string. So it starts from here. So it says parentheses, one pair of square and one pair of round parentheses, no except q, return say q string, then a body, so it looks okay. This is what I wanted to see. Okay, then another MAI list append, another macro expansion, another C++ closure, what's the thing? Anonymous function, MAI. And qfatal expanded here. Okay. Now this thing is really useful to me, really useful. Otherwise I needed to do it on the command line. And the fact that I can see in the left hand side of the screen the original C++ file, translation unit, and in the right hand side of the screen the preprocessed C++ source code. So both at the same time, both the original source code and the preprocessed one is really great. I can search in both, I can close them, really good. Bravo. Okay. What else was there? Follow symbol under cursor to type. Symbol. Okay, so if it's as good as the previous version, and it has added just these two features without losing any stability and anything, this is a clear win. Clear win. The fact that now I need to delete a ton of existing temporary kits, instead of 2 clicks I need to do 2 clicks 10 times. Okay, so again it ran cmake configure, it ran build correctly, it runs run correctly, I can debug correctly. Where are you? I can step into, the shortcuts are step into F11, step over F10, continue F5, step out Shift F11. Put it by instruction. Okay, looks really, really good. And I'm on Kubuntu 22.10. Hopefully the GDB, the GNU debugger in here works with Qtcreator, because in Kubuntu 22.04 GDB did not work with Qtcreator, so I needed to build GDB from source. Okay, what else? Stop debugging, analyze. I want to do a Cppcheck help about plugins. Code analyzer, Cppcheck experimental, I enable it. I go OK. It says plugin changes will take effect after the restart. Restart now. it hopefully opened the same project, which is bovo. I can see a ton of wrong configurations in here, which I need to keep deleting many times, because not a great surprise. Okay. Let's see if it runs CMake again. Build. There is CMake. Run CMake. Okay. Build. And now in Analyze, I have the tool Cppcheck, which is again a qtcreator plugin. I select it. It shows me a wizard. We front end to Cppcheck. I keep everything default and I go Analyze. Let me see the issues. The output from Cppcheck, there is nothing to show. Why not? Analyze, Cppcheck, Analyze. I don't have Cppcheck available, that's the problem. So it doesn't know where Cppcheck is, so I need to install it from Ubuntu 22.10 packages. Let's do that. It's ugly that it doesn't give a message box or something to say what the error is. Okay. Analyze. And now we're in business. Let's see the issues. So no copy constructor, although it has dynamic memory resource allocations. Okay, not this time. Doesn't have operator equals because of the same reason. Okay. So it called qrand instead of qrandom generator. Why would you do that? Control click on qrand. And it says Q-deprecated version 5.15. Use qrandom generator instead. I have no clue what this thing is. Let's study it a bit. Did somebody fix this issue ever? Use qrandom generator instead of qrand in version 10. Okay. Qterm widget search in this repository. We have commits. Use qrandom generator instead of qrand. How do we do that? We need to include qrandom generator. And then we go bounded. Okay, and no random seed. Where was the random seed used? qsrand and then qrand. So do we have qsrand in here? Ctrl Shift F, qsrand. We do have it. Okay. On each item. How many qrands do we have? Many. Okay. Hint item. Let's do just hint item.cc. Then we'll see. Okay. So how do we do that? Let's copy these two things. Okay. Then we need to add this thing. We need to not run qsrand. And we need to replace modulo this thing becomes this other thing. Control C. Control V. Okay. Let's do that. So it's qrand calls the function, then it goes modulo, and then goes 5, and for some reason it has eaten all of the spaces possible and impossible. Control V and 5 and S, and this include where? I know this is the Qt includes, and this is the pair H file of hint item.cc, and these are not Qt things. So I'm guessing Qt are grouped here, and then these are not alphabetic. So here, Control S. And then the second place where qrand is called, which is this place. Control S. Bounded of 5, bounded of 5, the same thing. Control S. Let's see that this thing builds. Let's look at the diff. Okay, so git GUI, rescan. I'm on branch master, visualize all branch history. Let's do a commit and then we'll. No, let's fetch first. Git fetch. So I didn't fetch anything. Local master is identical to remote origin master, points to the same git commit. I need to create a branch. New branch, work, me. Current solid. Create. Check out this branch. Rescan. So whatever this git commit and merge request, pull request, GitHub pull request on lxqt qterm widget does, that's the same thing I did. So I include qrandom generator. Then I replace qrand parentheses and percent with qrandom generator global and then bounded qrand parentheses percent sign, the same thing. I have no clue what I did, I just copied what Chunk did. Okay, let's use the exact text. Fix, what's this? It's not a Cppcheck actually issue, but was signaled by Cppcheck, so okay. Cppcheck. Oh. Let's put just this thing. Obsolete function qround called. It is recommended to use qrandom generator. Where did I do this thing? In the item. Okay. Use this. Control C, Control V. Commit. So I have no clue if it compiles. I didn't look at the documentation, nothing. So let's do some of these things. So first of all, what's qrandom generator? Is a class, okay. What's global? Global is a what? I don't know what. It's probably a static method or something, but I can't see. I see it returns a qrandom generator. I see it's part of this namespace class or whatever it is. Okay, so it says static inline, a member of what? So class qrandom generator. I lost place like this. So static inline qrandom generator, a static method that returns an instance of the class. Okay, and what does it do? It goes qrandom generator 64 and then global, which does what? So qrandom generator 64 is a specialization, inherits from qrandom generator. Okay, so let's guess that this is the best way to construct the qrandom generator. And then what if I have it constructed in here? So this is an object. This is a class. This is a type. So the method non-static of qrandom generator bounded highest. It goes highest should be more than 0, it's 5, okay. And then goes int bounded nothing as what's this ulong uint 32, which is unsigned int highest. Okay, what this thing does? Where are we, in which class? qrandom generator public uint 32 bounded lowest and highest. So it goes 0 u and highest. Okay, what next? Highest should be greater than lowest. Bounded of highest minus lowest and then lowest. So if you say bounded between 3 and 5, it knows what to do, which is not the case. Okay. And we're at bounded of highest, which goes generate. It gets a unsigned long 64-bit, and then it multiplies that by highest, and then it divides that by max of what? Static method max. Numeric limits result type max. Okay. So huge thing plus a1. I have no clue what this thing does. Generate. Fill range. Buffer count. Fill range. Qcore export. Fill range. Where are you? So this will require me go with the debugger to see what really happens here. But seems okay. What I see here is okay with me. Let's make sure it builds. So this is the... Where are you? The project bovo. Ctrl-Shift-T to get a new tab in console. kdesrc-build bovo. minus minus no src minus minus no include dependencies minus debug. Okay, and let's delete the Control D. Names bovo thing. Okay, git GUI Control Z PG. So kdesrc-build just bovo, no include dependencies. Don't look at the source code. I decide what's there. Debug, go. Okay. So the CMake configure step starts here. No clang format executable was found. Why not? So this thing says of clang tidy and clang. So let's do that. Okay. So version 15. So I've installed clang. So clang++, the compiler, C++, compiler, clang, version 15, clang tidy, clang format. Okay, let's run this thing again. Bovo. Delete the build directory. Run this thing again. So okay, CMake configure step. Some things have been found. Nothing was not found. Build files have been written, correct? So the CMake configure step is successful. Now it goes make build, which is make -j16. Okay, this is the month where this error happens, the PTBR errors. All sorts of warnings, yes. Okay, qround, qsround deprecated. What about, let's see if we don't require a two new qt. So the source code directory, cmake list.txt f4 control f qt. So says qt min version 5.15, which is more than enough. Because this check actually requires, says deprecated is 5.15. Great. What else can we do? We can run tests. In bovo. Testing. Make test. No tests, just the ones that exist in kind of all of the KDE Git repositories, which is upstream test. Okay, let's, I don't know, start the application. What else can we do? Ctrl-Shift-T, kdesrc run, bovo. Start a new game to play. New. Now it's my turn. Now it's my turn. Now it's... I'm dead. No. Not. Okay. Seems to work okay. Let's push the commit. How do I do that? Let me log in. Okay, so this is the canonical Git repository for the KDE project bovo, which is a game. So https://invent.kde.org/game/bovo. I go my user account. I go fork. The only option possible. Fork the project. Okay, clone with SSH, source code directory, git remote -v, says just one remote, which is a problem. We need two. We also need to add a remote named fork, which we can write to. The origin remote is read-only for me. Okay, I need to start git GUI again to see the new remote. Okay, visualize all branch history. So again, 3 git repositories, local, remote origin, and then there's remote fork. There's just one git commit, which is part of this branch, org/nmrsp/current_obsolete. This branch is just one git commit, newer than remote origin master and local master. Okay, it says current branch org/nmrsp/current_obsolete, so I can push this thing, remote, push, and fork. So the correct branch is selected, the correct remote, which is called fork, the only remote where I can write to, push. Okay, so I am connecting for the first time to invent.kde.org. It says that the key is not known. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes. And then it successfully pushed to the remote named fork. It tells me that I can create a merge request. If I visit this URL, I go close, look at the history. So now one remote, the fork, is at this commit, and the other remote origin is at the commit before, the previous commit. Okay, so let's see if I manage to push the commit. Refresh. Says yes. This is the fork, so https://invent.kde.org/nmrsp not games, and then bovo. Okay, says you pushed this branch to nmrsp/bovo. I want to create a merge request towards invent.kde.org/games. /bovo to the master branch, correct? So correct source, correct destination, correct merge request title, correct merge request description. Let's look at changes. So added a include file, 2 replaces. Okay, just one commit, which has the correct text, has me, has the correct email address. I can see it in here. mariusp1@gmail.com. I don't change any of these 3 checkboxes, so I leave them with the default values. And then I go create merge request. Okay, and now we wait for the merge request to be accepted. Okay, so that's it. We've learned that there's a new release of qtcreator, 9 beta. We've downloaded it, we have run it, we have looked at 2 new features, which is look at the preprocessed version of a CPP file of a translation unit, which we can do side by side. So we can have on the left hand side the source code and on the right hand side the preprocessed file. And then there's this feature where we can see when we have mixed indentation inside of the same file. So some lines are indented with a tab character and others are indented with 4 spaces. This is the show whitespace feature. And then we've used the same qtcreator plugin, which is for Cppcheck. We've opened bovo, which is a KD game, which was built using kdesrc-build. We've opened the project. We could semi-configure, make build, run, debug, step into the C++ source code files from Qt, because I built Qt from source. I have found a Cppcheck issue. I fixed it in 2 places, and then I did I proposed a merge request. So, thank you.